Hello, hello, hello from day one, night one, technically day two, it's like 1 in the morning right now, of the Game Developers Conference, the 30th Annual Game Developers Conference. I am Stephen Hansen.
GDC.
What did I say?
Game Developers Conference. It's actually GDC.
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 I am Stephen Hansen, Destructoid Features Editor with Brett Makedonski.
Woo!
And Zack Furness.
Jeez.
And we're all very tired, but we're here to make a video for you. Just to kind of recap our first day at the show. The expo floor is not open, but the Monday is full of meetings and talks, none of which we visited. But.
Speaking of talks, how are your first day socks?
Buddy, I made a rash shoe choice for day one of GDC. I chose to wear the shoes that I wasn't planning to wear, and accordingly, I was wearing ankle socks, which was bad because it made my heels bleed. So thankfully, they opened a Target, first in San Francisco, 2 years ago or so, and it's right next to where the Game Developers Conference is hosted. So I was able to go buy a pair of socks with colorful sharks on them and some Band-Aids for my bloody ankles.
Speaking of rash, I got a little bit of a rash. So at Target, I bought some rash cream.
So basically,
we're operating good. We're smooth operators at GDC.
Our morning one of GDC was pick up our badges and then go get various cures for our maladies.
Fix ourselves as humans.
I just realized that your bleeding ankles were kind of our fault because you came out in 2 different shoes and you're like, which one looks better, guys? And we're probably those painful.
Probably the good-looking shoes that will hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
So it started with that. We picked up our badges, and like I said, the expo floor doesn't actually open until sometime that's not today. On the other hand, there are 3 floors, which include the Indie Mega Booth and a VR specific area, because GDC is like, last year we would be sitting in the press room trying to work, and some asshole in a suit would like come by and just stick a VR unit on your face.
Give you pink eye?
Yeah. And me, like, I talked about this with someone earlier. Is like, my nose is too big for every fucking VR helmet I've ever put on.
You got a big nose.
It's your fault.
It's a pain in the ass. Anyways, they're hot and sweaty, especially at this show. They're gross. So last year they would just stick it on your face. This year GDC has actually devoted parts of the first 2 days to virtual reality, which is weird because I feel like we're at a point now where they're so close to reality. Physical, current reality.
Not virtual.
Not virtual. Where people are kind of pumping the brakes on it a little bit, because now they're like, oh, this costs $500 plus a high-end PC. Maybe that's a little bit steep. And I've always maintained that virtual reality is kind of neat, but not better than like a 20-minute gimmick. And really good educational purposes for like putting kids in a medieval setting or a historical setting or anything like that.
Getting a taste for war.
Yes, that's super cool. But I don't know, VR is limited and very expensive for the regular Joe who lives in a nice red-walled house and pays way too much money for it.
It's what we call an accent wall.
It is.
The other walls aren't red.
No, they're all white.
They don't know that.
We don't live in a murder home. Or I don't live in a murder home.
I do.
These
Murder
guys are
Palace.
visiting. Yes, Murder Palace, the host of our Destructoid 10-year anniversary party.
You're not invited.
All right. Well, they're at home. That's fine. San Francisco is expensive.
Kansas is great. Just stay in Kansas.
Zach, what did you see today?
I climbed Mount Everest in the middle of San Francisco.
So that's VR.
Cool. Yeah, that was VR.
Did it feel like reality?
Yeah, actually.
Was it a good one?
I was surprised.
How long was it?
5 minutes.
That sounds like it should be.
Yeah, it was the first time I got to use the HTC Vive. And it was a little weird because I guess all of the rooms are slightly too small for VR right now because of fire codes. So they have to put the sensors in weird places. And Everest was fine, but I also did the Paranormal Activity one, and when I went in there, somebody bumped into the wall and knocked one of the sensors off, so I like almost threw up. I went to the bathroom and I was just sitting on the toilet trying to like read texts, and my brain just couldn't figure out the depth between my phone and the floor, so I was just like kind of reeling.
Yeah, I had a moment of VR where it was just badly calibrated, and it would start tracking, and I after like 10 seconds, I threw that thing off, and I was like, sorry, like I can't play your game because
Yeah.
I'm about to fucking die.
Well, the games are great themselves. It was just as soon as that sensor got screwed up, I was just out.
Yeah, I mean, this was like last year and
Yeah.
a low quality VR at that
Right.
point. The current VR is pretty good at avoiding
Yeah.
those kind of problems. I've sat in an Oculus for at least 1 hour and not felt too bad, just kind of face sweats. But you know,
Just the face sweat, the usual face
just
sweat.
the face sweats and like my large nose kind of tilting the headset a little bit up that my peripheral vision could catch the outside world from the bottom. There's a little bit of a problem. Brett, what did you see today that was notable?
So I didn't see anything in virtual reality. I saw everything in reality,
Okay.
which was
Way less
it's better. It's better
Way less good.
because
The
I'm
resolution is not as great.
an old-fashioned Vietnam War, like cut your grass at once a week type of guy.
Yeah.
So
I don't have grass, but
no, you have a lemon tree though.
I do.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I saw
Lots of poop.
I saw a game called Strafe, which is it's like a it's a first-person arena shooter, and it's really fast, but it's maybe more like Spelunky than it is like Quake.
So it's
How could that be the case, Brett?
you're saying it's aesthetically Quake, but feeling.
Oh no, it looks like shit. It looks like fucking bullshit. It's so bad.
It's an intentional throwback to 90s
But
shooters.
the devs know that. But at the same time, like it's a lot of like machines and just a lot of like progression curve like Spelunky has, which is neat because that game's hard as shit.
Okay,
so
well, a lot of things
Have you
have
ever played
curves.
Spelunky?
People too.
people have curves.
That's true.
Zach, show us some of your curves.
There's one of these guys right there. Have one of these. That's all you get.
Did
You
see-
throw a ping pong ball at my dick.
Did you see
curves.
anything else notable at GDC?
Me?
Because I saw quite a few men with ponytails and utilikilts.
Oh yeah, I saw it
Seemed
too.
very functional.
I feel like I saw more Technicolor hair than I saw normal colored hair today. That was different.
Yeah,
Cool.
a lot of colors.
Kind of want to go turquoise next year.
Really?
No.
Do it tomorrow. What's
Nope.
holding you
I
back?
mean, we got a hair salon right up the
Buddy, let me tell you.
I don't want to do any of that, but Steven needs a haircut. We might be doing that
I
tomorrow.
Yeah,
always
this
need a
is
haircut.
bullshit. all
Yeah,
of
I'm
this,
sorry.
and the nose, and just all of none
I
of
mean,
this is
just
good.
all of- and like this is not great, and like I mean, like this is
is
okay.
Destructoid's
and, like,
Bob
this is
Dylan
not
over
good,
here.
But
But you do have nice feet.
yes, so it was a nice first day of the Game Developers Conference.
It was an okay first day.
It was okay first day. The show has scaled back a lot in terms of sort of AAA announcements, which is good because it is still a developers conference, so there are a lot of talks aimed at developers, and that's pretty nice. And we do have some other big stuff to share with you guys throughout the week, so stay tuned for that.
Tomorrow,
Yeah,
What's happening tomorrow?
I
That
need
was
to go
really-
to sleep.
Yeah, please.